man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Call it a gain of 40 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. After the penalty, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the delay, Jones.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as he'll get this out to about the 42.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Again, it's Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there was some on the downsides of blitzing during a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 1 yard is the gain, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd. And finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings! So the 3rd and medium, they pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone.
Dirk Cousins actually did.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Right on.
And how about this decision? Tie game 1st half, but here's an onside kick. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things. And
God damn it!
Get to Cobb, and it's intercepted.
Hey, come on,
and the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Complete. Jefferson to target. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On third down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers now on first down.
There you go.
20, 10.
Get it.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Boss.
Christian Watson, 48 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back for locker room just a little more animated. Across midfield.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Cousins now to throw on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away.
You certainly know. He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught there by Osborne. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of 20. And they convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
God damn it.
For Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Fumble that.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out of that just most problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensues.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
God.
Throw knocked away. And
Come on, man. That's horseshit.
Manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Rodgers.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
7 seconds remaining.
That could be the stuff this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That should have been an interception.
With the visiting Packers out on top. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And I ain't got
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. And he floats one there, incomplete. KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
3rd and long for Cousins. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Cousins on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Here's a give to Jones running left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him there.
He certainly have to give him credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but...
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And inside give to Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
Yeah, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Joseph on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Now Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they get the guard, John Runyon. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So Cousins and the Vikings down 17-14, just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Cousins. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own own 24-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Yeah, I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Kingsley and Barney.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Second down, they go right back to Cook. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come